Friends and family, how are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good Saturday night. It is March the 14th, 2026, and it is currently 10:30 p.m. I'm done lifting for the day. I've kind of been done for a minute. I just went and got me some pizza and trying to debate on if I want to check in a room right now or what. My boys said that they wanted to spend the night again with their older brother and sister. I had called and talked to them earlier, made sure that they told the kids to make sure they tell them to get in the shower and, all that good stuff. I made sure I made some money so I can get them a haircut. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Because I had to go and get me an oil change today and all that stuff. I went and got my oil change today because I felt like my car was driving a little bit rough, even though when I went to buy my car, it showed me that I had about 50% oil life left. And I done had a few cars, so I pretty much know how oil and stuff goes. But I was lifting, so I said I wanted to go ahead and get an oil change anyway. Plus, it was a new car, but it was used. It was a used car. It was just new to me. So, I don't know really too much of the history, even though I went over the Carfax. So I got to the oil change place or whatever, and they said that my car didn't have any oil in it, which was a surprise, but not really too much because it was driving a little bit like it was thirsty. So I got the oil change or whatever. He said next time I come back to get a flush and get a new filter and everything like that. But I got the oil change, I left or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'll just lift a little bit more or whatever before I go to the room. And I lift, I take one person, I get there, it's fine. It says that he has two stops, but they both were to the same location, so we really did like a loop around. It was kind of weird but crazy because as soon as he got in my car, for some reason, I just instantly started venting to him about men and relationships and things like that. And I don't know, it's like as soon as he got in my car, and usually people do that to me, like they'll just start venting about their life or whatever, as if I knew them for years. And when this guy got in my car, I just started venting to him about relationships and like dating and guys and things like that, and kind of like the things that I was going through or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know why I just started venting to you out the blue. I just feel like maybe you got good spirits and you will probably understand what I'm talking about or something. And he's like, well, yeah, I got 3 sisters. He's like, I got 6 sisters and I'm the baby brother. So he was like, I really kind of understand what a lot of women be talking about when it comes to like dating and double standards and baby daddies and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's why, because for some reason, as soon as he got in here, I just started going. And he was trying to cancel the next stop because he wasn't ready to go back just yet, but we couldn't cancel it. Like, he couldn't cancel it and I couldn't either. But then when he got back in the car, it just took us right back to the place he wasn't trying to leave anyway. So I don't know, God just works in mysterious ways or whatever. Maybe he knew that I just needed to get that off my chest or whatnot. And it wasn't me flirting or nothing like that. I just felt like, really, I was thinking about somebody. So I felt like talking, and being that I haven't talked to this person, I just felt like expressing myself. And I don't know, that Lyft passenger today got an earful in the little bit of time that he was in my car, and he was just like very understanding. And I'm like, sorry, I'm just talking to you like you're my friend or something. And he's like, I am your friend. And that just was like, it was cool or whatever. And like soon as I dropped him off, I picked up these girls. I don't know if they was like teenagers or early 20s or whatever the case may be, but I picked them up. And I don't know, I was kind of like not really feeling their vibe anyway, and I was about to turn my Lyft off, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go ahead and pick them up. Because Lyft will sometimes just go ahead and add people to your queue. So they get in my car, and I'm like, all right, whatever. As soon as I drop them off and I get to pulling off from their location or whatever, I start hearing like this dragging noise, as if something is dragging under my car, or as if I done rolled over like a tree branch or something. So I pull over on the corner or whatever, and I look and I see like the muffler is hanging. So I'm like, damn. And around this time it's like 6:14. And I'm like, damn, it's Saturday, it's 6 o'clock. None of these car shops are about to be open. What the fuck? So I ended up looking up one car shop. It says that they were like a half a mile away from me, and it said that they were open. I got there, they were closed. And I happened to look up another car shop right on the east side or whatever. And when I got there, it was a tire shop actually. And I got there and I pulled up and he was like, "Who did that to your car?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I didn't hit anything or anything like that, but I just left from getting the oil change," which the people there were very nice or whatever. I had got my oil change on the west side, like off of Livernois. What's the name of this place? Detroit Oil Express on Livernois. And the guys there were really nice or whatever. And, he was telling me basically, what I needed as far as like next time get a flush and a new air filter or whatnot. So, I don't feel like they intentionally did anything to my car or anything. I'm not stating that. I was just telling him like, "Oh, well, I just came from getting an oil change. I had only dropped off 2 people and they were practically right where the oil change place was at, so it's not even like I had drove far, and I didn't run over anything like that." So I was explaining that to him, and he was like, "Well, he was like, I don't fix mufflers, but this is a tire shop. However, I'll put the muffler up for you so that it's not dragging or whatnot." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool," or whatever. And he didn't charge me anything. He just lifted my car up actually, and he just took the muffler off or whatever. And I was like, "Is it gonna be extra loud?" And he was like, "It's gonna be a little bit louder or whatever," which technically it don't really sound louder than it was anyway, because the muffler is what needed to be fixed as far as the exhaust system. So he was he took it off for me and everything like that, and he was, I had just left from there or whatever. And I was like, "You know what, I ain't about to lift no more," because my muffler had came off. And then I'm like, "Well, maybe I will," because again, I turned it on and it instantly put a few in my queue. So I'm thinking about it as I'm driving to pick these people up or whatever. And, I was talking about it with them anyway, but nobody really seemed to, be too bougie or anything like that. They're like, "Oh, girl, it's cool," or whatever. Like the first girl that I had picked up, she was getting ready to go out. And I was telling her like, "Yeah, my muffler just came off." She's like, "Oh, it's cool," or whatever. Like, shoot, it's a lot of people having car problems, blase splee. Like, shoot, you're gonna have to use your car to pay for your car to get fixed or whatever. Blah blah blah. And we was just talking about that or whatever. And then we ventured off into talking about something different. But I was just expressing that to the people who got in my car after the fact. I think I probably did about 5 or 6 more people. And I was halfway through my lift challenge anyway, because they're giving like an extra $175 if you drop off 50 rides between now and 5:00 a.m. on Monday morning. And I was past 25, so I was halfway through, and I think I'm on like 35 or somewhere up in there. And when you reach 37, or I'm at like 29, almost 30. I think it was just 31. So I had like 6 more rides to do before I reached the $91 giveaway or whatever. And it was like, dang, right before I get ready to reach that, I want to have car issues, or my car wanted to give me an issue or whatever. But again, I just left the oil change place, so it's like nothing is wrong with my engine or anything like that, even though my car has high miles. Only thing that's the problem is I need to get my muffler fixed. So yeah, that kind of bothered me a little bit today, but not too much or whatever. Oh no. Then let me see. Is that the only thing? I picked up this other couple today. They were pretty nice or whatever. I really liked having them in my car. They were getting ready to go out and drink or whatnot, and the lady, she was telling me that she had just ran into Flavor Flav at MGM or whatever. They were saying he was really nice and real down to earth and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool or whatnot. And I had a pretty interesting conversation with them, and we was talking about conspiracy theorists and stuff like that, so that was interesting. I picked up 2 guys that were Irish as well. They were like pre-gaming and drinking for St. Patrick's Day or whatnot. So that was cool or whatever. And I had a pretty interesting day. But I am tired. And I was a little bit irritated with the whole muffler issue, but at the same time I wasn't, because it's something that I knew that I needed to get fixed. I was hearing I was channeling a message earlier too about somebody. I was hearing like there's a guy out here, he's talking to a new girl, but he does have an ex or whatnot, and his ex pops up at his house a lot, so he doesn't really want the new girlfriend to be at the house like without him there, or when she pops up or something like that. But I was also getting the just like that's going to cause this friendship, relationship, or whatever they have going on to come to an end, because it's like lack of communication, lack of boundaries, and things like that. So I was getting the channel message about that earlier. Maybe somebody's going through that. I don't know, because I was seeing like a guy who's dating a new girl, and he really likes her, and he would like for her to like come over more and spend more nights, or maybe even move in. But in order for that to happen, he feels as if he needs to move and do all this extra stuff because he has an ex that pops up and get ratchet and ghetto and want to fight and cause a scene and be extra. So I was getting that, and that was kind of irritating to me as well, because I can't stand when guys, or I really like a guy and they have a crazy ex, and I feel like you should have boundaries. Like, you need to put that bitch in her place. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, or that you should be disrespecting her, or therefore even you calling her a bitch. But I mean, like, if we're not together anymore, you need to know your place. You don't need to be coming to my house. You don't need to be fucking with the new person that I'm dating, because you disrespecting me, you're disrespecting them, you're disrespecting everything. Like, it needs to be boundaries. I don't like when they be like, oh, well, I don't want to do this because my ex. Like, what? I don't like that. So I was channeling that, and I was getting kind of irritated about that too when I was driving. What else? I don't know. I was also hearing unstoppable. Like, I've been very determined and unstoppable when it comes to me doing a lot of different things. And I was just hearing like, it said, is this a grown woman complaining? I don't think I was complaining at all. Not about anything. I said I was irritated about something, but I'm not complaining. If anything, I was saying I was understanding, but that doesn't mean that it didn't irritate me. But if you feel like I'm complaining and you don't want to listen, you're free to leave. It's your free will. But anyway, I was now that thinking, listening, responding to that done caused me to have lost my train of thought. But I was a little bit irritated with that or whatever. And I was just thinking about all the things that I was doing. I was hearing unstoppable. That's what I was about to say. And I was hearing like, no matter what, I've been unstoppable and very much so determined to accomplish what it is that I've been trying to accomplish or whatever. And I'm hearing that there's a lot of people who would like to see me win, but there's also a lot of people who wouldn't mind seeing me lose. Like, it would bring them such great pleasure. And I was hearing that, like, when it comes to my car or whatever, like, I have to also be careful, because I've already experienced like people messing with my car and stuff like that. But I've got to the point where I've been trying not to stress about things that I can't handle. Like, only way that I would be able to watch my car 24/7 is if I was to sleep in it, which I've slept in a car before. But I'm saying, like, I've been in a room lately, and I'm hearing that there's been people who have really just been trying to stop me by any means necessary, and just keep pushing through, because my breakthrough is almost here. So I was hearing that as well earlier. Um, I was also hearing like there's court that's coming up, or somebody's getting ready to go to court, or somebody's getting ready to go to like be sentenced for something or whatever. So I don't know. That was making me think of saying I had a certified piece of mail that I needed to pick up, and I got to the post office a little bit too late today. So I have to try to go on Monday, and hopefully the court date isn't on Monday because I'm getting the paper late. It was supposed to come in advance, and I had a due date by the time I had to leave, but it was already en route, and I didn't know that I was going to be getting this piece of mail. So I missed the delivery because I wasn't there. And I don't know. Hopefully I don't miss the court date or whatever. I'm also hearing there's going to be good news about a house, and I definitely need some good news about a house because I've only been renting rooms for 4 nights, and I'm tired of it already, and that's already $400 out of my pocket, and I could have been using that towards getting my car fixed or something, or saving towards a house. So yeah, I need some good news about a house and good news about a lot of different things. However, I was very open to listening to people's advice today. I had a few different conversations with a few different people as I was lifting. Again, as I went to go and get my oil changed, and just talking to people while I was out and about. So, granted, I be in the car, I still be talking, mingling, learning, conversing, networking, if that makes sense. So, granted, I had a few things that irritated me today. I still had a good day. Now I'm just tired, and I just want to sit and think for a minute. I might just sit in my car for a minute and just think. I just took my shoes off. But that's because I've been driving all day. I had on my work boots today, but I like driving in those because they're a little bit too big. So being that I'll be driving and my toes be bending a lot, I don't care about them getting creased up or anything like that. So yeah. Oh, anywho, I'm about to get off here. I just wanted to check in with my digital diary one more time because I said that I would. I was reading the comments. Somebody so what you doing? You should let me come chill with you. I'm probably about to give me a room, and if I give me a room, I'm gonna go in there and take me a bath and go to sleep. I don't let people come chill with me up at the room. I know that sounds weird, but I don't know, and I don't got my kids right now, but still, I don't know. Your lips so pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. You mean no man wants to deal with you or help you out? Why is that? I'm not mean. And I wouldn't say that it's no man that wants to deal with me or help me out. I would just say I haven't came across a guy who, for one, I really want to accept a lot of help from. I only accept help from certain people. And I got to have a real good chemistry with you, bond with you, or relationship with you for me to even want to feel comfortable enough to even ask for help. And I'm not in a relationship, but I don't think it's because I'm a fucked up person. And it's not that the guys that I've met are fucked up people. It's just wrong place, wrong time, right person, wrong time. That's been the case a lot of times. Or I've had people who had baby mamas, or they went back to their exes and things like that. So I don't blame that on me being a fucked up person, because I'm not. And I ain't necessarily saying that the guys that I dated were fucked up people. It's just, it didn't work out. So I'm single. And maybe when God feel like sending me a man into my life, then I won't be single anymore. And I do have one guy friend, but as you can see, I'm not in a relationship. I'm single. And I be talking about him. I said he wish-washy. So, I don't know. I just be chilling or whatever. I've been single for 9 years, actually, since me and my baby daddy broke up. And a lot of it is because of me, too. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I don't want to deal with anymore. And people be like, oh, what are your standards and what are your boundaries? Or it's because you have a certain type. When you say certain type, it doesn't have anything to do with looks or anything. I like people that treat me the way that I want to be treated. And that's good. Like, I want a man that treats me good. And I'm not saying I don't care how you look. No, I don't want to date nobody that's ugly as fuck, because who would? But I care more about your personality. Do you love me? Can you make me laugh? You know, do you care about me when I got fucked up shit going on? Like, are you going to be there for me type of ordeal? You know, I like real love is what I'm trying to say. So my type don't got shit to do with looks. And I like what I like. I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to. So that's my business. And you will know if I'm attracted to you because you're going to be able to tell when we fucking. Because it's going to go how it's supposed to go. And if I wasn't attracted to you, it wouldn't go smoothly at all, because I've experienced that. So, you know, when it comes to relationships, it be to each its own. Like, it's different strokes for different folks. But to me, my standards aren't too high. They're just strict. You know how they say I run a strict program over here? I just have dealt with so much and been heartbroken and stuff like that, that I have strict boundaries that I'm not willing to let people cross anymore. That's why I'm single. To answer your question, it's not because I'm mean. It's because I've been heartbroken, so I'm strict. So, yeah. Pull that wig off and say that again about looks. Well, actually, if you watch my channel on the regular, I pull my wig off all the time. And I be on here with my real hair and 2 puff balls. I be on here. Just the other day, I had my stocking cap on or whatever. And really, I looked cute before I put the wig on, because really it ain't got shit to do with the wig. It's really with the eyebrows and stuff like that. But, and again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's my point right there. Like, if I have a wig on or not, you know. And just like I said, looks don't really matter to me. I done been around people who I cared about without wigs on. And guess what? I've been around them after that, and after that, and after that, and after that, and after that. And if I didn't have strict boundaries, I'll still be able to be around them today. I don't be around these guys because I have strict boundaries that I have to follow as well. So again, it has nothing to do with looks. And I'm very beautiful, even on my fucked up days. I'm just not ugly, inside or out. You know? And again, everybody might not agree with that. That ain't got shit to do with me. Because how I feel about me is what matters. Anywho, that I want to speak on that, because I noticed that people tend to think that I be talking about them a lot. And I don't be talking about people. Like, for instance, speaking of my muffler falling off and things like that, I said I hate driving a loud car. Me, personally. Isleah Kiera Williams, hate driving a loud car. Have I rode in cars that were loud before? Yes. Have I rode in cars where people needed a muffler and stuff? Yes. Was I disrespecting them? No. Was I talking about them? No. Is your car loud? Yes. But do I feel some type of way about it? No, because it's your car. I'm just saying I can't stand for my cars to be loud. So when I say something like that, just because I rode in your car before and your car is loud too, or you need a muffler too, does not mean that I'm talking about you. But people be so fucked up and they want to criticize me so bad that they just want to make it seem like I be talking about them. And I've noticed that a lot. Like, damn, I said that I can't stand for my car to be loud. Just because when I was riding in your car and your car was loud and your muffler was fucked up, that does not mean I'm down talking you. I'm just saying what I don't like for me personally. And you talking about you. I said what I don't like about me personally, and somehow you flip that around about me talking about you. How does I mean you? People will really try to flip something around and take something so personal, or make it seem like I be talking about them, and I don't even understand why. And then people be seeming like I'm so dumb or irrelevant, or I just be talking out the side of my neck. So if that was the case, why would you care so much about what I'm saying anyway, especially when I'm using the word I? If I'm telling my life story, why are you offended? If I'm saying something that I personally don't like about my life, why are you thinking that I'm talking about you if I'm clearly saying I? You're making yourself the topic of my discussion, and you're making it seem like I'm talking about you when I'm clearly talking about myself. It's like people don't know how to be authentic. They don't know how to take accountability. So they don't understand a person like me who can sit and criticize myself and point out things that I don't like about myself or my belongings and things like that. And then they just make it feel like, oh, well, she trying to be sarcastic. She just saying her, but she really talking about me. No, I'm talking about me. That's why I said I, because I means me. So I've noticed that, it's crazy. But I be reading some of these comments sometimes, and again, people be so quick to criticize. Like earlier, somebody was like, this is just a woman complaining. I'm not complaining. This is my digital diary for one, so even if I was complaining, that's what the fuck it's for. But people be so ready to say something like, that's what's wrong with a lot of people in the world. They're not free to vent. They're not free to express themselves. That's why they walk around with so much bottled up anger. Me, I have a digital diary. This is how I decided to express myself. I just leave it open. And then people come criticizing. You don't have the right to criticize me when I'm telling my life story publicly in my digital diary. This is like me writing in my diary. So again, if I'm writing in my diary, who are you to try to take the pen? You don't tell me what to do, what to say, how to feel, how to express myself, or anything like that. And if I'm doing it in a way that irritates you or bothers you, just like you were free to watch, you're free to go. So, life's crazy. But I'm glad my kids are spending the night with their siblings or whatever. So this just gives me time to think and relax and be cool without having to stress about anything. Even though I don't be stressing when they with me anyway. Not even just my Mari and Mally. But I'm saying, like, I can breathe. I can sleep in my car if I want to and not spend $100 on a room because my sons are safely inside of the house with their siblings, is what I'm saying. So, yeah. I'm getting off here, though. I love y'all. I wish y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. I love y'all. It's Saturday night. Be safe in these Detroit streets. I know Cardi B is here tomorrow, I believe. I just dropped some people off to see Mike Epps. So it's a lot of stuff going on in the city tonight. And that's cool. I didn't know Mike Epps was here. They were cool too. It was quite a few of them though, and they were adults, and I had to let one of them sit in my front seat. And I have my two bags in my front seat because again, I've been at the hotel, so I, just pack light and I carry my stuff everywhere with me. And usually with driving with Lyft, no one is in your front seat. So I had my bags up here. I'm like, well, if you need to sit in my front seat, sir, you got to put the bags in the trunk. And it was like real cool or whatever. And we was talking and we was laughing the whole way. And that was my last ride of the day, and that was real cool. It was real cool. He was like, I heard about Lyft drivers like you before, but you my first time having one. He like, this is the best Lyft I ever been in. And that's so funny because it was after my muffler had fell off and everything. They like, girl, this the best Lyft we ever been in. Like, the conversation lit. We having a good time. They like, shit, you want to come pick us up when we done watching Mike Epps? Like, shit, we can have some drinks or whatever. I'm like, that's cool. That was funny, though. That's funny. So again, like I said, I be meeting people just driving or whatever, and it be good vibes sometimes. So, and sometimes again, I be quiet the whole time, but that doesn't mean that I dislike the person or anything like that. It's just a lot of times too, I like to just think to myself, or I might be listening to a podcast or something, and I'm not really talking at the moment, but it's no hard feelings. So yeah, that was my rides today. Pretty cool people, and I had a mixture of people too. Again, I had some white people, some black people. I picked up the Irish or the British people, so it was cool. It was cool. Went and stopped, got the oil change, messed with the Arabics or the Chaldeans. I'm not sure which one they were, but you know, I was around a different variety of cultures today, I must say. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, y'all. Good night. Love y'all. Sleep tight.